Yes, your Saturday session has started. Welcome, one and all, to our first double day. It's a DD, and we haven't got DD. I'm sure he'll be commenting in a moment. It's a double day. It's a DD. It's a double D. Hey, enjoy the double D. That's what I say. To the max. Today, we have got a brilliant lineup of games. Of course, we are Bharat TV. This is with Paytm First Games, a fantasy cricket app. You can play along. Just like my man, Sachin Tendulkar. He plays, you know. Check it out.
और सचिन जी करिए सिलेक्ट।
मुझे क्या पता कौन कैसे खेलता है।
अरे रे सो सैड।
सचिन
मुझे पता है क्या हेल्प।
तो आ जाओ गुरु, आ जाओ। अब खेलने में मजा आएगा।
सचिन की तरह पेटीएम फर्स्ट गेम्स पे आप भी क्रिकेट के गुरुओं से सीखिए और बेहतर खेलिए।
पेटीएम फर्स्ट गेम्स, खेलो हट के जीतो जम के।
This game involves the element of financial risk and may be addictive. Please play responsibly and at your own risk.
Jito Jamke. I don't actually know what Jamke means. I'm sorry, that's where my Hindi. What does Jamke mean, Tamnai?
मतलब अच्छे से बहुत ज़्यादा जीतो, like win a lot.
Yeah. Jamke. Okay. Well, let's see who will be jeeting Jamke today, because we've got lots of games to get through. But I'm going to start with the game that matters the least, the second game. So let's go. Oh, sorry, is that wrong? You don't mind? Look, everyone nodded. Like, yeah, you're right. It doesn't. I thought I'd wind you guys up with that, but everyone accepted it. Okay, we're going to start with the second game first. We're going to have Punjab versus Sunrisers Hyderabad, which is taking place in Sharjah, which we know is a great pitch. Good for the tamasha, good for the action. It's good to see lots of runs being scored there. Punjab, let's start with our Punjab representative, okay? What's going on with Punjab? It's not going well. Oh, Clinton, you can't hear us. Can you not hear me? Are you there, Clinton? Are you there? You're back. Are you there? Is he there? Is Punjab there? Is Punjab not there?
I can.
Yes, we're back in the room. Okay, so what is going on with Punjab, Clinton? Oh, I don't think we've got Clinton. You know what? Maybe again. I always feel like the IPO gods send little messages to us. We can't hear Punjab. We can't get Punjab. This isn't the Punjab we expected. Punjabis are known for being loud. They're known for being raucous. They're known for turning up and bossing the game. What's going on? Clinton's already wobbling. It's not looking good for Punjab. This is a bad omen. No Clinton. Right. We'll go to we'll get Clinton disconnect. We'll get you to rejoin. Let's see what your opponents have got to say. Sunrisers Hyderabad. Who is representing Sunrisers Hyderabad? It is of course Manish. Manish, are you working today? Is everything working for you? Is it all come together for your team?
Well, not quite. Nothing has been working for our team, and nothing is working in my mind looking at the state of my team.
Oh, no.
But, well, the sun isn't shining as bright as it usually does every season. But lots of things have to change. Lots of chopping and changing has to be done in order to find the right balance to our side, and hopefully we make those changes moving forward. And like you said, sir, earlier, we can only be party poopers now, party spoilers, and that's what we intend to be now.
But then I also think, listen, let's not forget, it's IPO, it's cricket, we love it. Hopefully we can still have a great game. Let's have a look at the Sunrisers Hyderabad squad. Let's have a look at the Hyderabad squad right now, and you can tell me about some of the changes that you're thinking, Manish. What are you saying then? What needs to happen here?
Well, I think the squad balance was pretty much decent enough in the previous match, with Jason Holder being that overseas pace bowling option. I think we had our bowling sorted out, but what was really unfortunate to see was the way we batted. We batted it in some irresponsible fashion, and I think if that is one point that changes about how we approach today's game, then we can definitely go a step ahead and make sure that we inflict some real damage against the Kings 11, the Punjab Kings, of course.
Of course. Just to talk about, okay, away from batting, just very quickly then. Oh, look at that. Varnata's gone. It said Roy in place for Warner. Would you do it? Warner's such a key component for the team. He's a game changer. Obviously, you've got no Bairstow. Would you do that? Is that one of the changes you do?
Well, as a Sunrisers Hyderabad fan, I've been always telling this to fans of other franchises that when you talk about Mumbai Indians, you talk about Rohit Sharma. When you talk about CSK, you talk about MSD. And in a similar manner, I feel that when you talk about SRH, the one name that pops up in your mind is that of David Warner. So we are talking about someone who has carried our batting lineup for so long, and benching him will only mean that you are not showing faith in someone of David Warner's caliber, who is a world-class T20 batsman and who has done so much for the franchise in the past. So I don't think it will be the right step forward if we drop Warner out of the 11. And I think he needs to find that rhythm back again if we are thinking of retaining him in the next season as well. I think he needs that faith shown in by the management.
Yeah.
Also, Varnata needs to look at the changes RCB need to make, not a Hyderabad fan.
Yes, you're right. What do they say? What's the phrase? People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Yeah, exactly. Like, before you go around correcting other people's business. That's, you know what? That's such a desi thing to do. We get involved in other people's business before we sort out our own house. Like, you got problems in your own house, sort them out, okay? I ain't going around telling us what we should or shouldn't do. Look at that. Okay, now that listen, all you're doing is fanning the Varnata fire. She's going to get on the comments now and get going. Hi to all of my commenters this morning. Hello to Nitish as well, who's always there with us. Nicholas says, Sunrisers are going to win today. Final thing on Sunrisers, I was just going to add maybe Roy in for Holder, but that was just a suggestion. Perhaps we might see Rashid Khan with the ball, Manish.
Well, like I always say, Rashid Khan, he is that one guy we always look up to no matter what the position of the game is. And he always can turn the course of a T20 game on its head. And he has had a fantastic record against the Punjab Kings. We can tell this about Rashid Khan, of course, against all franchises, but he's had a special record against the Punjab Kings top order. He has been a proven candidate to trouble KL Rahul as well. So I think it's going to be crucial, his 4 overs, and he's going to sandwich pressure from both ends. And hopefully he does the trick for us yet again and wins us another game against the Punjab Kings.
Okay, all right, wins another game. Clinton, are you back? Are you there?
Yes, yeah. Tommy, I'm back.
Brilliant stuff. Listen, I got to know, what's going wrong with Punjab? Because you can feel there's like an all-round sort of sympathy for the squad. People want to see more. They want to see the changes, some changes clicking in today and something more positive on the pitch.
Yes, Tommy, absolutely. Especially after the last match. I mean, as a fan, it was really heartbreaking when we played well for 19 overs and then just bottled the chase. We pulled things back even when we were bowling, what looked like a 220 odd score. We restricted them to 185. It's just a belief, I think, and the lack of confidence, because even in the last year we bottled nearly 2 to 3 games which went to the last over and which we should have won. And of course they need to make some serious changes in the playing 11. At least for me, I would want Chris Gayle back in the mix of things as soon as possible. We need to win 5 out of 5 games from here. And similarly, we were in a similar position last year as well, wherein we needed to win win the remaining games, and we brought in Chris, and he was pivotal to our chances of qualifying for the playoffs. So I think Chris Gayle needs to come in, and Ravi Bishnoi as well needs to come into the playing 11, because he's done decently well for us in the last season at UAE. So, and even in the first half of this year's IPL. So I think Ravi Bishnoi and Chris Gayle need to come into the side.
Okay, let's have a look at the squad quickly, full screen, so we can just see who those Punjab names are that you were just saying. So you're saying Bishnoi in?
Yes, Bishnoi in for Ishan Porel, and Chris Gayle in for Adil Rashid.
Okay. Has he still got it, Chris Gayle? Has he still got
well,
it?
certainly.
How do you bowl 5 bowlers then?
We have Mohammad Shami.
Yeah.
Then Arshdeep Singh, Ravi Bishnoi, Harpreet Brar, Arshdeep Singh, and Aiden Makram can also chip in, and of course Chris Gayle as well. Yes, Aiden Makram is an all-rounder. He's done decently well in the recently concluded Sri Lanka tour, Sri Lanka, South Africa. I think he bowled 4 overs for 9 runs in similar conditions, subcontinent conditions. So he could chip in.
Or I guess you can take Aiden Markram out and include Gale as well.
Yes, but then our batting becomes a little more fragile if we remove Aiden Markram because you need
But
that.
then do you play Rahul at 1?
Personally, if you ask me, I would open with Mayank Agarwal and Chris Gale, then KL Rahul, Aiden Markram at 4, Nicholas Puran at 5, Deepak Hooda at 6, and Harpreet Zahar at 7. This would be my batting. But it's very unlikely because KL Rahul is going to be the opener for the T20 World Cup, and he would want to open. He's not going to go lower down the order.
God, you know what? We're so used to talking about Delhi and KKR and Mumbai and saying, oh, no changes, no changes, no changes. And here you're like, whoa, I feel like the whole thing is getting shuffled around loads. Lots of comments coming in. Ronak says, do you really need to trouble Punjab after Kartik Tyagi? Do you really need to worry him anymore? Shrikant says, just wait and watch. Gail at number 3, like, we will put you there just because you are there. So they're saying, no, just stick him in the team for the sake of it. So lots of talk around it. Listen, we're going to rattle through this because we've got double games to get through. Let's quickly have a look at your Paytm First Games Super Squad. This is our fantasy team from both sides there. This is from a combination of Punjab and Hyderabad. This is what we would put up. So I'll let everybody who's playing along with Paytm First Games, and you all should be, download the app. You can go to paytmfirstgames.com and get the app there. If you're playing along, that was our squad. You can always rewatch the show if you want to pick our team. And here are our top picks as well. These are the top picks from both sides. If you are selecting yours from Hyderabad, Kane Williamson and Rashid Khan, and Rahul and Arshdeep Singh. For the Punjabs, we will see how that rolls out. Right, guys, listen, I'm going to, before I let the Punjab guys and the Hyderabad guys go, we've got to get some fighting talk in. Clinton, you can kick things off because just while I've got your internet working, so I want to make the most of it. 30 seconds of fighting talk. Are you ready, Punjab? Come on.
Yes.
If you've got anything right now, it needs to be displayed. When we say, come on, you want your Punjabi players to get out there and leave it all on the pitch, the Punjabi players are saying, come on to their fans. Let's see what you got. Clinton, 30 seconds starts now.
Yeah, so the Sunrisers Hyderabad really, it's really difficult to, troll them because they're already at the bottom of the table with 2 points, and the solitary win that has come against us. Of course, they may boast about a great head-to-head record versus us, blah, 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 but their team is in total disarray. Sacked the captain who has won y'all a title midway, then questioning whether he should be in the playing 11 or not. It's really sad. And the last time we played in UAE was the time they could not chase 132 in spite of being off to a great power play start. So yeah, Punjab are going to win today. And
okay, timed up. Look at that. Yuvraj already come and says, Clinton never lies. That sounds like a James Bond film. James Bond. Daniel Craig in James Bond. Clinton never lies. Coming soon. It could be. Okay, Manish, you heard it there. Sack the captain. Manish is like, oh, okay. Okay, sleeves rolled up. Here we go. All right. Manish, your 30 seconds to represent your team. Sunrisers Hyderabad starts now.
Well, I have 4 lines for my friend from Punjab here. I have some rhyming stuff. The Sunrisers Hyderabad look down and out. So many question marks, so much in doubt. But with heads held high, we go out on the field again to inflict some damage, to inflict some pain. The sun isn't shining as bright as it does, but it's burning inside to win and will spoil your plans thus.
Hey! Come on! See, look at that! No. Done. They're out to spoil the plans. Punjab are out to cause some upset. It's the battle of the bottom is what's going on right now, and it's going to be a good one. Thank you. That's your second game. Manish and Clinton, I will bid you farewell. Thank you very much. Enjoy the double day. And I'm left now soon, hopefully, once we just let Manish and Clinton out the nightclub, and we can get onto the first game of the day. So much to get through today. It is, of course, a double day. We were saying this earlier on. By the way, thank you. There are so many more comments coming in, and my feed is just kind of going crazy like that. So, question to Dinesh. There isn't a Dinesh here. Oh no, there. He says, did that win against Punjab subdue a lot of concerning questions in the playing 11 for the Rajasthan Royals? Of course, we're talking about Rajasthan's confidence right now. They're playing against Delhi. Did that do a lot for your confidence?
So actually, when you win with a particular 11, I would not actually look forward to change the playing combination, as it would actually change the dynamics of the game. And also, even if you look at the previous game, the guys who had been not expected much were those who actually performed so well. Be it Karthik Tyagi, he was not actually expected. Till the 20th over, no one expected him to come back. And even Mustafizur Rahman, he was actually considered to be an alternative for Shamsi. So, Morris was someone who was expected a lot. Sanju Samson was someone who was expected a lot. And Yashasvi Jaiswal was not someone who was actually expected a lot, but he shown actually in the last match. So these unexpected guys coming up to the bigger occasion, and these big guys were not able to join the party. It puts up a situation where you're not able to replace any of these guys, be it the expected guys or unexpected guys. So you're put in a situation where you need to have that momentum going, and hopefully we'll have that winning momentum and we'll have the same team going forward. Or if not, if we want a spinning option, that could be one change where one fast bowler can be rested. But I'm not sure who it would be. Possibly it could be a Chetan Sakaria if I want to bring a spinner in his place. If not, I'll just go with a winning combination, just what we had in the previous match.
Talk me through those changes as we look at the squad. Let's have a look at the Rajasthan squad, and yeah, now that you see it there, obviously, like I say, look, Rajasthan won that last game. They snatched it. Everyone's now talking about Karthik Tyagi in a different way. It's amazing what one performance can do like that. One incredible performance, albeit. So what do you do now? Where do you take that momentum, Dinesh?
Just a second.
Oh.
Just note that bowlers lineup, and then when you show the DC squad, just compare with that, then you'll get the answer.
I love it.
Yeah.
That man's not even waiting for fighting talk.
Dinesh would also agree. Let's be realistic. You compare that with DC line. Yeah, you got your answer.
In terms of matchup, I totally agree. There are some big names and some international stars, comparatively a lot more than what Rajasthan Royals have. But this is not new. If you were to judge a team and if you were to predict a winning percentage just by the squad strength, 2008 would have not been a victory for Rajasthan Royals, which fetches this particular start here. So what I would say is it is nothing new to have to be termed as an underdog, or to be comparatively less stronger team, or comparatively not that much big names in the squad. It's not new to us because that's how we started the inaugural season as well, being termed as the underdog. But that's not the performance that we had put in the first season. So that is the kind of performance that Rajasthan Royals will always be keen to put up in the show. So hopefully we'll actually look forward to expect the same kind of show, despite having not so many big names, just like how we have for the Delhi Capitals. I totally agree with that. But the names and the stats just remain in the paper. And what you put up in the ground and what you put up on field is just going to decide who's going to be the winner, and not just the stats and not just the paper numbers.
Nikhil has got in touch. Nikhil saying, Rajasthan Royals versus Delhi. The games are pretty interesting. DC look completely settled. Look, we know that. They're a solid squad right now. It says, whereas Rajasthan Royals is sort of a bit topsy-turvy. So do you think the stable 11 in the tournament would lead to Rajasthan Royals into the playoffs? Okay, where do you stand on your playoff confidence right now, Dinesh?
If you asked me before the 19th over of the last game, I would have been shattered and I would have been certainly demotivated. But the 19th and 20th over, that is how I would actually compare the just 2 overs. The end part of those that particular match is what we are in the tournament. It's the end of the tournament, actually, end of the league session almost. So that is what we are going to show a stronger bounce back, just we did manage to do in the 19th and 20th over. So yes, if we are going to have a proper side where each and everyone knows the responsibilities, and if they are going to back their strength, and if they are going to play the same way, how they're expected to. I don't find a solid or concrete reason to bring in some change and expecting those players to come big at a bigger occasion. Say, for instance, if you're going to give Glenn Phillips a chance in the 13th or the 14th game just because of someone is not going to, I mean, someone has not played well. It's going to be his debut game in the IPL itself. It's going to be his debut game for the Rajasthan Royals. And in such a critical and a crucial situation, I could not expect someone like a Glenn Phillips to have a dream debut or to come big. Rather, I would actually back my existing players to actually perform well to meet up the expectations of the management. So it's quite a bit unfortunate that we are missing some players like Jofra Archer, Ben Stokes, and Josh Butler, who have been our regulars. But we have got a replacement and hope replacements go big as per our expectations. And what we set at the initial stages of like 9th match or 10th match is what we are going to carry forward to the final match, I would say.
Okay.
Also had RCB won against Chennai, so your chances would have been limited because you could just replace MI then. But now it's like you have RCB and MI, the two spots, the third and fourth position are completely under. You can say that you can fight for it. You KKR, MI, RCB.
Yeah,
The four
it's all
teams
up.
can fit two spots. Had RCB won last night, the third spot almost would have been confirmed. So you just got one spot then. But now it's balanced. You have your own fate. You can win 4, you can win 5, and you can still qualify easily.
Yeah, you're right. It does open it up. Actually, let's talk about. Well, actually, let's move on to Tanmay. Talk about Delhi Capitals, but there's nothing really to say. Tanmay has a family. Everyone okay? Everyone all right? Everyone okay with the family? Good. How's work going? Good.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, we'll catch you guys next week. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, but I mean, come on. I can feel the confidence. You can see the difference, what it does to the fans, let alone the players. I mean, and just magnify that. How will the Delhi Capitals team feel going out onto the pitch today, Tanmay?
Yeah, they'll be on amazing confidence, but at the same time, not overconfidence. Just because of the coach and the captain we have, Rishabh Pant is never overconfident. Because even if he scores 100, he knows that next match he can fail because of the style he portrays on the field. And also Ricky Ponting as a coach, he doesn't take any team lightly. Be it SRH also, because SRH was on the last on the points table, he didn't take them lightly. If you see the last match, he had plans for Rashid Khan. Rashid Khan was hit for 2 or 3 sixes, and that's not a joke. If you hit the main bowler of a team, hit for 2, 3 sixes, he concedes 30, 35 runs. And if you are just chasing a target of 130, 140, that's almost 90% job done, unless and until Bhuvi or someone gets in and takes wickets. So that's what happened last match, and the teams were switched, right? RR had their match against SRH, and RR had their match against Punjab, and now they are switched with us, and SRH is switched with Punjab. But yeah, as Dinesh said, it's comfortable, not looking comfortable for RR. But as a DC fan, I would say they'll be on confidence. As a DC fan as well, and as a neutral perspective, if you say Delhi and Chennai are looking the most balanced team right now, and KKR has jumped into that party recently. So yeah, Delhi will be on higher confidence, and it looks so good that if you are supporting a team from 2011, 2012, and that was the worst phase, right? Till 2018, Delhi didn't perform very well. So now, if the other team fans or the team players are supporting Delhi, respecting Delhi, and probably fearing Delhi as well. So if that happens as a fan, if you after so much disappointment, if you get that as a reward, I'll be more than happy to take it. So brilliant performances.
Yeah, let's have a look at the squad, right? And you can see, look at the names you've got in your squad. I mean, it's like a fantasy team in itself.
That bowling, yeah.
Oh, and no Stoinis. Stoinis is injured.
Change because I don't think so. Stoinis is available. He got injured last match.
That's right.
So still change in that. Probably many people are expecting Steve Smith to be back, but with Smith back in the 11, Iyer and Smith probably play same kind of cricket. So I wouldn't like Smith to be back because that doesn't give you a sixth bowling option as well. If Aksar or somebody else or didn't perform or they get injured, you don't have any sixth bowler, and if you bowl Smith as a fifth bowler, he'll minimum concede 40 runs. So that doesn't look as a smart move unless Smith offers something extraordinary in the batting, which he won't, I guess, because he has that similar style anchoring along with Iyer. So you don't need you don't need anchor at 1 down, 2 down. You at least need attacker batsmen because both of our openers are attacking. If they score good, you don't want that momentum to lose. So probably I would go for Lalit Yadav, not Tom Curran because of the Abu Dhabi pitch conditions, which will slow a bit, and 160 is the score. So probably Lalit Yadav gives a sixth bowling option, and he's a good batsman. He has performed well in the practice match. So I'll probably try him and not go with that four overseas player theory. It's not mandatory, right? You have options. You can play with neither of them. So yeah, just go with three overseas player. I won't go with Tom Curran just for one reason. In the phase one, he came in the 19th over. He conceded 20 runs and RR took away the match easily. We were winning till the 19th over as RR was winning in the Punjab was winning in the last match. So in the first phase, what happened is he came in the 19th over. He conceded 20 runs and then only 9-10 runs were left in the last over. So he is not that good bowler especially in Abu Dhabi and Dubai, because the ball stops a bit. He doesn't have that variation. He bowls that same length. And obviously, Lalit Yadav, I would consider a better batsman than Tom Curran just because of the Asian conditions. Lalit Yadav knows the conditions well. So yeah, probably go for Lalit Yadav instead of Stoinis. Otherwise, you don't have to change that 11 if Stoinis was not injured.
No, you're right. There'll be no need to. And actually, Ronak is agreeing with you on the message. He says, yeah, Yadav in place for Stoinis. I think lots of other people would agree with that. Okay, let's have a look at your Paytm combined team. This is the best of the best. This is Delhi versus Rajasthan. This is our fantasy team. So these are the best players from both sides. You can see how we've put our team together there. I'll let you screenshot that, debate that, change your teams accordingly, getting some last minute changes in maybe yourself on the app. If you haven't downloaded the Paytm First Games app, you should do that right now and play along for a bit of fun. And of course, your top picks as well. Top picks for each side. Shikhar Dhawan and Rabada for Delhi, and then Lomro and Tyagi. Would you just quickly on that? It's an interesting choice. Yeah. What do you reckon, Dummay?
Yeah, amazing choices for as well, but the RR ones are very interesting. Matlab, I can go for Nokia instead of Rabada because Rabada is what he concedes runs, he picks 2 wickets, but he concedes the little runs as well. On the other hand, Nokia just conceded 12 in 4 overs. So yeah, that probably is a very big thing in these contests like Paytm First Games and all other fantasy games. The runs matter a lot. You lose 30 points if you concede 40 runs in those 4 overs. And the wicket thing, that Rabada extra wicket he took, that just gives you 20 points. So no point taking that in consideration. But RR choices, man, no big names, nothing. Karthik Tyagi, just the hero of the match. And Mahipal Lomror, man, he smashed those sixes. I am fearing Mahipal Lomror and RR batting more than anyone, more than Samson, more than anyone.
Oh, wow. Good. Look, this is good. This is good to hear because we haven't seen Delhi fearing anything so far. So this is
difficult to score against Rabada Nokia, but still, he can hit sixes against Akhtar and Ashwin, right? So probably don't bowl Akhtar Ashwin against him. Just go for Rabada Nokia or even maybe Avesh. It's difficult to score against pace where the ball is stopping. So yeah, just that plan against Mahipal Lomror.
I love it. You know what, Tanmay? You are worthy of Delhi Capitals because I think the amount of information, the passion, the fire that you've got is worthy of the top spot, a top spot team. So well done, you. Okay, so who wants to go first with the fighting talk? Dinesh, should we get you up? Are you ready? 30 seconds. I know, Dinesh. Everybody knows that Dinesh isn't actually human. He's a cuddly bear. He's a little cuddly bear, and I once saw a little bit of fluff coming out of his shoulder, and I had to stitch his shoulder back up and then put him back together. And he's got a little heart on his actual chest that's on the outside. If you press it, he speaks to you. Look at him. He's a fuzzy, lovely, cuddly bear. So fighting talk is not his natural environment. But I'm going to put you in this domain, Dinesh. Okay, you ready? 30 seconds to give it all you got. Big up your squad. You're taking on the Capitals. You are the Rajasthan Royals. What are you all about, Dinesh? 30 seconds starts now.
So the personality that you defined me is what the personality of Rajasthan Royals is. We look so cuddly, we look so soft, and when we sting, it pains real hard. I'll tell you again, when we really sting, it really pains hard because we look cuddly, we look smiling, and that's what we did to Punjab Kings last time around. And yes, Delhi, you have got your big name. You are actually dominating the game. You seem to be dominating, but this is how we started the entire season right back in 2008. And this is no new to us. We'll sting you real hard. We are underdogs. but we'll bite you very hard. So this is all I can say.
I like that as the ending. Like, we're the underdogs, but we will bite you very hard. This is a crazy dog. This is that dog in the street that you're gonna go, hey, nobody go near that dog. Okay, it looks cute. It looks cute, but it'll go for you.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
that's
tried
what
my
he's
best.
saying.
So last time driving. Yeah, it was the last time driving. So I just tried my best.
Don't worry, it's all good. Look at him, and he's still smiling through it. I know, Dinesh. Sorry. Well done for coming out of your comfort zone. And look at that, run the theme and saying, Dinesh, it's fighting talk. Why are you smiling? He can't help it. He's just so lovely. Okay, Tanmay, back over to you then. Your final bit of fighting talk to wrap up the show. 30 seconds starts now.
So he talked about 2008. I'll probably start from 2018. I don't just go back to before that because DD was performing really bad. And DC has changed fortunes. DC has changed management. Everything is good. And probably the last year, our last phase was depressing. 4-5 matches we lost, but not this year. The team is really good. And probably the dog you said, RR, is that dog which can bite you at the end. I'll probably say that DC has that roaring lion. So you don't put dogs in front of lions, be it any breed, right? So lions can bite you, lions can eat you, not just bite you. So that and dominating thing you said, it's just not dominating. Just remember, just go and see the SRH match. We dropped 2 catches, still we won that match, and you dropped 2 catches and you just won that match by this margin. So yeah, compare the performances.
Okay, time's up. I love it. Don't bring your dog in front of the lion. We won't just bite, we'll eat you. I love it. This is like all the animals in the zoo have escaped, and I don't know what's going to happen, and they've all just found their way to the UAE. The battle is going to commence. It's a double day. Thank you so much for watching Fan Doosra with Bharat TV, and of course, our good friends at Paytm First Games. Go download the app, play along, and share the same passion as our mega fans here. Thank you so much, Tanmay. Thank you, Dinesh. Enjoy the game, and until next time, I'll catch you guys soon. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. See ya.
Thanks, Tony.